I told the judge that you wanted to represent yourself.
Okay.
And she said that she probably figured that was going to happen. And she is going to have a hearing. It's called a Ferretta hearing. And the purpose of that hearing is for her to determine whether or not you have you understand what's going on, and whether or not you understand the good parts and bad parts about representing yourself, and whether you understand. She's going to explain to you certain things, and after that, make a decision as to whether you're competent to represent yourself or not. Okay?
Okay.
And then once you do that, you're going to be your own attorney. I'm not going to be involved in your case anymore.
Okay.
She's not going to authorize me to do anything and release me from representing you, so you will be your own attorney for all purposes.
Okay.
Okay. Again, Mr. Bender, this is not a good idea.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it is a bad idea.
Okay.
You're going to lawyer yourself into a long-ass time in prison.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Well, I was already facing a long-ass time in prison.
Huh?
I was already facing a long-ass time in prison.
Yeah, but I think I have a plan that could keep you out of prison. But it's going to require you pleading guilty and basically throwing yourself on the mercy of the jury. And I think you have a chance. It is a very bad idea to represent yourself.
Yes, sir.
It's a very bad idea.
Okay.
Because you're going to be held to the same standard that a lawyer has. You're going to have to. They're not going to make special rules for you because you're not a lawyer. You're going to have to have. You're going to have hold yourself to the same evidentiary standards, the same procedural standards. They're not going to make special excuses for you. Okay.
Yes.
And that means you're not going to be able to stand up and opening statement and talk about the stuff you want to talk about.
Okay.
I don't believe you're going to be able to present the evidence you're going to want to present and say the things you're going to want to say.
Okay.
It is going to turn out very bad for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
The reason the prosecutor is going to figure out how to do discovery. They're not going to give you a copy of the discovery.
Let's keep trying to have lunch.
Tell me about that.
They're not going to give you a copy of the discovery.
I heard you. Can you tell me details about that?
I don't know the details. That's what they're trying to figure out. That's what the delay is right now. They're trying to figure out how they're going to do discovery, but they're not going to give you. I don't know what they're going to do. That's what they're trying to figure out.
Okay. As a personal favor, if you're relieved from representing me in my case, would I be able to review the discovery at your office?
I offered that to the judge, and the judge did not want to do that.
Okay, so they don't want me to see any of the evidence
No,
that
that's
they're
not
holding.
what I said. I
Okay.
said they're not going to give you a copy of it. They're going to let you see whatever you need to see, but they're not going to give you a copy of it.
Okay, would I have an opportunity for a discovery hearing in the future?
If you're your own lawyer, you can file whatever you want to file and have a hearing.
Okay. Okay. Now, as far as what is it called, a Ferretta?
Ferretta hearing.
Yeah. What recommendations do you have for that?
Well, my recommendation is to not do it.
Okay.
My recommendation is not do it.
Okay, how come?
Because I think it's a very bad mistake to represent yourself.
I understand that you think that's a bad mistake. Yes, sir. What is the worst outcome of a Ferretta hearing? Or
The worst outcome of the Ferretta hearing is she allows you to represent yourself.
okay, what are the other possible outcomes?
She say that she does not believe that you have the competency to represent yourself, doesn't believe that you are making a knowing, intelligent waiver of your right to an attorney. I mean, there's lots of things that could happen.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to waive any rights. I'm not trying to do that. But what do you need from me?
I just need you to understand what's going on. I'm just trying to let you know what's happening.
Yeah, I think I understand. Do you have any questions?
So are you going to see is he going to see the judge?
Yeah, you're going to see the judge today.
Yeah, good. And during the Ferretta hearing, will I have an opportunity to question the prosecutor?
You can do whatever. If you're your own lawyer, you can do whatever you think you have the right to do.
Okay, so when we go back into the court, as far as the court is concerned, am I my own lawyer?
You're not your own lawyer until the court says you're your own lawyer.
Okay. can I make a declaration to the court?
You can have a chance to say whatever you want to say.
Well, that's just it. If I were to say that Mr. Stickles has agreed to represent me in the maximum capacity of standby attorney, therefore I'm here representing, or I'm here.
That's not going to happen. She's not going to appoint me as standby attorney.
Okay,
She's not going to do that.
okay. So what can I say? I
Say
don't.
whatever you want to say.
Well-
I mean, if you're on your lawyer, if you are your own lawyer, you can do whatever you have the right to do.
Okay. Is there a risk of my arrest in this court today?
If you do, there's always, when you are out on bond and you go to court, there is always a risk of arrest. I can say that I do not believe you will be arrested unless you become belligerent and put yourself in contempt of court.
I've got no intention of
Okay,
becoming
then
belligerent.
that's the, if you become disrespectful, belligerent, combative, then she may put you in jail, she may not. That is the only risk that I see.
Okay. And what would be required for her to declare me incompetent to represent myself?
If she decides that you don't understand you don't know what you're doing.
But
I think you know what you're doing. I think it's a stupid decision, but I think you know what you're doing. And I think that's what she's gonna find.
okay. Okay. I'm ready.
All right.
What,
wait.
I mean, no offense. I really like you. What if I were to tell you right now that I don't require your services and, you know, that you're fired?
You
And
cannot
it's-
fire me.
Okay.
The judge has to fire me.
Okay.
And that's what we're fixing to have the hearing on.
Okay. Okay. Will you still get paid for your time and
Yeah.
effort on what you've done so far?
It don't,
Because that's only right.
it don't matter to me, Mr. Bender. I'm going to be doing, if I'm not doing this, I'm doing something else. It don't matter to me. Okay? I just hate to see you. What I really hate is I could probably get you a deal a lot better than the one you're facing, and there's even a very small chance that I could work this out. But what you're going to do is you're going to dumbass yourself into a long time in prison.
Yeah. That's all that's being offered, though. I mean,
Yeah,
honestly.
but things happen. But and I'm telling you, you're going to look back at this conversation one of these days and say, I made a big mistake. Okay, because you are going to, you are going to end up with a long time in prison. I can see it coming. She's going to be without you for the rest of her life. I mean, you're going to probably spend the rest of your life in prison.
25 years is basically the rest of my
She's
life.
going to be
anyway.
without you the rest of your life. Your kids are going to be without you the rest of your life, all because that you're doing something stupid. And I hate that to happen to you.
I understand where you're coming from, sir.
I mean, I just hate that to happen. I mean, this is real. This is reality. This is not some theoretical, abstract event that is happening. This is reality.
Yes, sir.
They have the cops, they have the guns, they're going to do what to do. This, I believe that you think that you are acting under some type of a protest. They're going to prove that the system is corrupt, going to prove that whatever you think you're going to prove. And that's not going to happen. You're not the first person that's tried this. I have seen it tried over and over and over. I've been doing this nearly 35 years, and I've probably seen it 10 or 12 times. And every one of them end up the same way, with a long time in prison. And you're not going to prove anything to anybody except that you're spending time in prison. I mean, who's going to take care of her when you're in prison?
The Lord.
I've never seen the Lord come down and help somebody.
I have.
I've never seen the Lord appear in court and save somebody. Never seen it.
Okay.
I've never seen that happen.
I'm sure.
Okay. What else do we need to know?
Es que what they are offering the 25, that's already on.
That's life.
Yeah, but that's, right now, that's just a number.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, it's not real until we actually take it.
Yeah, but we could have taken it today and then it would be real.
Yeah, you could take it today and it would be real, but we're not taking it today.
Yeah. Hey, so after the Florida thing or whatever, and then there's a they're going to set a trial date,
Yep.
and then I have a right to request a discovery hearing after sometime between the time of the Feretta hearing and the trial date.
You have the right to request a discovery hearing. Your right to discovery is very limited.
Okay.
Okay? I don't know. I mean, what do you think you're going to get in discovery?
I'd like to see what kind of evidence that
Well,
they
you're going
intend
to
to
get to
use
see the evidence. They're going to let you do that.
today.
Not today,
Okay.
but they're going to arrange for you to see the evidence. What else do you think you're going to get in discovery?
Under what type of venue would I see the evidence?
I
Would it
don't
be
know.
at the courthouse
I do
or
not know the answer to that.
prosecutor's office?
I don't know the answer to that question. That's one of the things they're working on right now, trying to figure that out.
What are the prospective options as far as where I might see the evidence?
Mr. Bender, I don't know.
They're not going to email it to me.
No, they're not going to give you a copy of it.
So I really don't know what the other things are. See, I suspect. Remember, I asked you about that notebook. I suspect that either the prosecutor, which I doubt, but more likely the police department may have altered
What's in that notebook?
the demand to release all the titles.
Why would they care about that?
They would care about that because that proves that my motive was not.
No, it doesn't. It just proves you went
Personal.
in there to rob it. It doesn't matter what your motive is. The fact that it doesn't matter, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. It doesn't matter what your motivation is. You walk in there with a gun and threaten somebody, you have committed aggravated robbery. Okay? It does not matter what your motivation is.
All right.
They don't care what your motivation is.
Right.
In fact, they would rather you get up there and say that because it just shows what an idiot you are.
Right.
Okay?
Yep. I hear you.
I know you hear me, but you don't believe me.
No, I do. I do believe you. And in fact, I wouldn't say something like that. That's between you and me, between attorney-client privilege. Yeah, I don't want them to know what my motive is. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
What's in
What
that
does
note-
the prosecutor think?
He thinks that you're a danger to society.
What else?
He believes that you are a danger to society, that you committed aggravated robbery, that you need to spend the rest of your life in prison. That's what he believes.
Okay.
And if you continue this road, that's what's going to happen.
Okay. Well, at 25 years, that's the rest of my life anyway.
Yeah, but I can. That's just a number right now.
I mean, am I supposed to believe that they offered 25 years and that I signed their offer that I would spend 25 years in prison because that's the way that I interpret it?
They did offer you 25, and you rejected it.
But had I accepted it, I would spend 25 years in prison, probably
But
die in
until,
prison.
you actually accept it, it's just talking points.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Now, after the Feretta hearing, is there another hearing in addition to that takes place today?
And if you or your own lawyer, you can ask the judge to set a hearing or do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
What do you want a hearing about?
I definitely want a discovery hearing. I'd like to have a motions hearing. They haven't addressed any of my motions.
Your motions are worthless.
Okay. Do I have a right to have them addressed?
No, you do not have a right to have them addressed.
Okay.